So, hello everybody. Welcome back to Mom with Issues. I actually got some makeup on as I was going somewhere. So, this is me after. Got my sign back there. It says you call it chaos, we call it family. And I was trying to think about what to follow up my last vlog with, because that was kind of an intro and kind of be funny. And this one, my mom do want my hair really does not leave this, rarely it does. So I'm sitting here on my front porch. We still have Christmas stuff on the walls. I haven't taken the snow off yet. That's a problem. But what I wanted to bring up and why I say mom with issues, so get a little serious, is, I feel like I am a mom who has tons of issues. I have issues, but also no one talks about being a mom and having a mental illness. And so that's what this is going to be about. Second one, mental illness. I myself, I have a mental illness, and I am a full-time mom, and I work full-time, and me and my ex-husband were not together, and the kids are with me most of the time. And it's really hard to try to balance taking care of yourself mentally and also taking care of your children. And I also have a special needs child, so taking care of him and remembering all his appointments. And now my daughter has things, and I'm trying and sometimes I forget to take care of me, and we tend to put ourselves on the back burner as a mom in general. But as a mom with a mental illness, that's something that I can't afford to do. I can't afford to keep my health in the back burner, because if I do, it's not just the normal chaos. It's just more severe. So a little bit about how I realized, or what led me to get the help to and I am on medication, and it has helped me a lot, and thank God I've got the right combination, and it works. So I'm glad for that. But about a couple of years ago, so I it was a while before I got help, and I needed the help before I got it. Right after I had my son, about a year later, hey, I did not know that you can get postpartum depression a year later, but I got it really, really bad. And those are the symptoms. I have postpartum depression, and I just felt really deep into it, and it was just something I could not get out of. I felt like I was drowning. With my daughter, same thing, really severe. And then I would go through these severe mood swings, like really bad, and people couldn't tell me things, and I just blow up on them, and I didn't know why. And I always felt like it's like a one little match, and everything would explode, and I was always on the verge of losing control. That's how I felt. And I would always be up and down about my decisions. I want to do this, I want to do that. No, I don't want to do this, I want to do that. And one day it actually got really bad, and I'm not going to say what happened, but it forced me to say, what, I need to go, and I need to figure out what's wrong with me, not only for myself, but for my kids. I wanted to be a better mother. Around that time, I was going through this depression that was so bad. Some days I couldn't even get out of bed. I would just drag myself out of bed and take my son to his pre-K class, and then I would my daughter would drag myself out of bed and would feed her and do that stuff with her. But it was hard. She was the only reason why I was getting up at all. Nothing was getting done in the house, and it was just not me. I'm a go-getter, and I'm that kind of person who I want things done. I want them done the way they are. They usually have to be more closer to perfect than not. So this really opened my eyes to, what is going on with me, and why am I like this? Why am I so angry? Why do things get me so angry? So I'm really glad that I went and I got help. I'm a better mother because of it. I'm not that it's 100%. I still go through ups and downs. They're just not so up, and they're not so down. So I wanted to mention that, because I don't I don't think there's enough of that. I don't think there's enough people talking about it. We talk about all these other things. We talk about, all these diseases, cancer and autism. That's not a disease. I'm just bringing it up. Autism. We talk about walking for all these causes and all these cures, and mental illness is still something that's really hush hush. And what about moms or a parent who has a mental illness and is a full-time mom, a full-time dad, and still trying to take care of their kids? Who's talking about that? Who's mentioning you? Who's helping you? Where are you getting the help from? Because honestly, I felt like I didn't have any help. I felt like I had to do it all by myself, and it was a weight. It was hard. It was the hardest thing I ever had to do, was go and talk to someone and let them know what was going on with me. Because you are taught that you're not allowed to talk about it. In a lot of families, it's like taboo. You don't talk about what's wrong with you, and you kind of just brush it off and you keep moving. But you shouldn't do that. You should not just brush it off. If you think there's something wrong, if you need the help, you go and you get the help, and you do whatever you need to do to get better. Because as a parent, if you're in depression, or you're thinking about suicide, or you need to fix that or get the help for that, because you don't want your child to be without you. You don't want them to live without you. I'm quite sure you couldn't imagine a world without your child. Your child cannot imagine a world without you, I'm sure. So get the help. Take care of yourself mentally, and because that's important. And it's not wrong to say, hey, I have a mental health problem, or take a mental health day. There's nothing wrong with that. And, it teaches your children also that they need to take care of themselves, because you wouldn't want that happening to your kids. You wouldn't want your kids so stressed out, and you wouldn't want them not taking care of themselves. So I just figured I'd talk about that. And I know it didn't make any sense. Maybe, I don't know, I'm kind of rambling. I do that. So sorry. But, this is a real conversation, and I really wanted to put it out there. And I'm just exposing myself, but that's okay. It's okay, because there are more people out there like me. There are more people out there like you than so let's try to find each other and encourage each other, because nobody's alone in this world. You may feel like it, and there are days where I feel like I am the only person going through it, and I am so tired, and you can hear the background because my neighbors are talking. But this is reality. This is not where I'm just covering up my situation and it's perfect. No, this is my everyday life. This is what you're going to be hearing, because this is what I am experiencing. So again, I hope that this helps somebody, and anytime anyone needs to chat or whatever, feel free. And so guess I'll talk to you next vlog. Peace out, and have a good day, and have a good mental health day, and take care of yourself. Bye.